Shalom, brothers and sisters in this truth. I'm your brother Moato the one coming to you again with another lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying to those of you who are tuning in. And the title of this lesson today is The Pill or the Mosquitoes. Okay, and this is an inspiration that came to me from two headlines that I saw concerning the genetically engineered mosquitoes that they're putting out there, and also from this contraceptive pill designed for, well, males. That's being touted as the next big thing out there. But before we get started, I'd like to give all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers, elders, and apostles of a great millstone. Also to you brothers out there that put on this truth, faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep. And to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in, Shalom. Before I get into this video here, which is going to be about 2.5 minutes long there, so bear with it. I'm going to go into 1 Maccabees 5:1, starting with verse 1, that says, "Now when the nations round about heard that the altar was built and the sanctuary renewed as before, it displeased them very much. Wherefore they thought to destroy the generation of Jacob that was among them, and thereupon they began to slay and destroy the people." Now let's take a look at what this word sanctuary means here, because in the first verse there it says, "Now when the nations round about heard that the altar was built and the sanctuary renewed as before, it displeases them very much." Now we know that the tribe of Israel, okay, comes from Jacob. Jacob's name was changed to Israel, Yasharallah, which has a sub 12 tribes of Israel, okay, starting with Judah going all the way down to Zebulun. Now here's what the word sanctuary means here.
Sanctuary.
And it means a place of refuge or safety. Now those of us who are awake right now in this truth, in spirit and holiness, we are in that sanctuary, the house of David. That is our sanctuary right now, because we have eyes to see what others are not seeing, and we also have ear to hear what others are not hearing. Okay, and this is the sanctuary we're in right now, the house of David, because right now we're putting all our trust and faith into Yahweh Shai, who's going to return and save us, hopefully, elect out of the four corners of the earth and destroy this wicked queendom here, Great Babylon, America. Now I'm going to go and play this video, and then we're going to go into some headlines and some other scriptures here. Now take a look at this.
Of course, transmitted by mosquitoes. I brought some here so you could experience this. We'll let those roam around the auditorium a little bit. There. There's no reason only poor people should have the experience.
It's just after sunrise in Fresno, California, and this van circling a residential neighborhood is making a rather unusual delivery. It's hard to see with the naked eye, but flying out of this tube are thousands of mosquitoes, new additions to the community. Linus Upson is running this experiment for Verily, the life sciences corporate cousin of tech powerhouse Google. In total, they're releasing 1 million mosquitoes a week for 20 weeks this summer.
So you are going to release 20 million mosquitoes in the Fresno area. 20 million mosquitoes.
New additions to the community.
20 million mosquitoes in the Fresno area. Are neighbors not concerned about that?
Once people understand if we're successful, we're going to reduce the population, people are usually thrilled.
Malaria is transmitted among humans through the bite of an infected female Anopheles mosquito. The process starts when an infected insect lands on its victim and pierces the skin with her proboscis, a long straw-like extension with a pointed end, so she can obtain a blood meal from the host. As she feeds, Plasmodium sporozoites, contracted from other humans and...
Now I'm going to pause this here for a second here. Now, you see that video where it talked about the fact that they're going to be going into Fresno, California. Now, they actually had released billions of these mosquitoes actually in Florida. Now, if you look at the population of Florida, Florida is actually the most of the population is these retired Edomites. Okay, so now as we know through the previous mandates that happened over the last 2 years, and that's picking up steam again. Okay, who were they targeting? They were targeting a lot of the more the elderly. Okay, the people who actually have been around, who may actually be objective to the mandates that's coming out. And a lot of these people down in Florida, these Edomites, they are retired professionals and the ones who will most likely have the ability financially, to support any type of resistance. Okay. Now let's go into what they're bringing out here with these mosquitoes here. Now, if you were paying attention to that clip carefully, what you would have seen, and this is coming from the Smithsonian magazine, what you would have seen there is that the 144,000. I'm going to bring it out here. So this is the part I'm going to bring out. It says the mosquitoes will also contain a genetic marker that scientists can easily identify them from wild population per Oxitec, which is the company that's going to be putting these mosquitoes out there. And it says the experiment is an extension of a pilot project that the EPA approved in 2020. The company says in 2021, Oxitec released 144,000 genetically modified mosquitoes in the Florida Keys. It also released mosquitoes in Brazil, claiming that after 13 weeks, the technology suppressed 9% of Aedes aegypti. Okay, now I'm going to show you this across the screen so that you don't think that I'm making this up. Okay, take a look at this. Okay, you can see here where it says 144,000 right there. There it is. You see it right here, 144,000. So this gives you an indication here when Esau does things, he does things in such a way that he is also the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is also having Esau make these mistakes and error, so that the hopefully like the servants, okay, the men who are teaching, on the highways and the byways, from Great Millstone and likewise brothers, would identify, okay, this specific warning. Okay, now this company is going into California in San Bernardino County, okay, and San Bernardino County, Fresno County, and Tulare County. Okay, now let's take a look at the population. San Bernardino County has the latest census was 2.1 million, of which 53% were Hispanic or Latino. Okay, so we know who their target are. Fresno, okay, had a population of 1 million. 53.6% of the population is Hispanic or Latino. In Tulare County, Hispanic or Latino population is 65% from a population of 475,000 people. And this is Stanislaus County in California, okay, where they're going to be releasing this. The population is 550,000, which the largest of the ethnicity group is the so-called Hispanic at 48.1%. So that should get you thinking, okay, what is going on? Why are they releasing these genetically engineered mosquitoes? And their reason for it is simply this. What they're doing is they're saying that these mosquitoes are going to kill female mosquitoes, which is the ones that actually bite and the one that carries these diseases. And that's the reason why you see Bill Gates start up and say about malaria, okay, and that he's going to release these out so that, the rich people, the rich man himself, as he made that joke in the beginning, can experience, what it's like to be bitten by these mosquitoes. But why are they releasing this and why now? Okay, look at the headlines and look at what's going on right now. The mandate, okay, the Jabatronic, they're pushing it back again. They're bringing Mass Mac Day back out in Philadelphia. Okay, this so-called variant is out there again. Okay, so Esau is not done yet. These people don't understand. Esau has a short season to get his wickedness done. This is the book of Psalms. This is the book of Psalms 10 and verse 2, and it says, "The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taking devices that they have imagined." Now they're putting this out there. Okay, now you might have created a genetically engineered mosquito, but who controls those mosquitoes? Yahweh Shem Yahushai created everything. Yahushai and the angels, they created everything. So guess what? The Most High still controls everything. Okay, so these are things. The very thing that they hope to create, that they created to put out there to depopulate, Jacob. Okay, because I brought it out to you first in First Maccabees 5:1. Okay, when it says this is verse 2, and it says, "Wherefore they thought to destroy the generation of Jacob." Jacob is Israel that was among them, and thereupon they began to slay and destroy the people. And that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to use a sword or the modern day gun. Okay, they're using all kinds of different ways here. Okay, they've used food. Okay, pork, shrimp, lobster, which they have put out in the headlines to make it look like it's delicacy food, and if you're eating it, then you've made it. Okay, that Jake gravitate towards because it makes them seem like they're they've made it, okay? It's kind of a mental thing. And they've used a lot of mental trick against our people, okay? Now, the 2/3 are definitely eating this all up, okay? They're going to believe that, these mosquitoes are going to go there for the good of everybody. But we already know that Esau is not out there for the good. Now, let's play this other part of the video here, and then we'll continue in scriptures.
In rare cases, animals are transferred from her body directly into the bloodstream of the victim.
A possible birth control breakthrough. So women have always had the responsibility to prevent pregnancies with pills, patches, IUDs.
Yes.
Now we could be closer to birth control for men, specifically in a pill form. Researchers say they've developed a pill that blocks a vitamin A producing gene needed for conception. It was given orally to male mice for 4 weeks. Researchers say dramatically reduced sperm counts.
Now we've taken a turn.
And was 99% effective in preventing pregnancy without harmful side effects. The mice could be fathers again. Could, after 4 to 6 weeks after they stop receiving the compound. Clinical trials for humans could begin within 6 months. Nate, you had a little something to say about it.
I think this is a great idea. What do you think?
I have a couple of friends that are team no kids, and they'll be popping them like Tic Tacs, Gail.
I don't know, man. I don't like the 4 to 6 weeks to get your boys back on the field.
Yeah.
I think you need, because it says could.
I also think reducing the boys is a problem for a lot of boys. I think.
That's a good
Can't
point.
be turning off the sprinkler system, Gail.
But I do think this is a great idea. I do.
As long as it's
about time, Gail.
Now, see, of course, you can have a wicked Eve there, or look like an Eve there. She most likely is a tear, okay, that is going to agree to something this wicked, okay, where Esau, again, now you have genetically mutated mosquitoes that's going to be out there, that's going to be doing Esau's work. And also you have now a pill, okay, and who's the target market? It's Jake. This is the way they're looking to depopulate Israel. Because you really remember, this man has to come in a way and present himself in a way that he's good, when in reality he's really wicked. How do we know who he really is? Okay, let's go into the book of Genesis 27 and 41. It says, and Esau, okay, who's the progenitor of the Edomites, okay, you so-called white people out there, hated Jacob, which is Yasharallah Israel, which is the so-called Native American, Latinos, and Negroes, okay, because of the blessing wherein his father blessed them. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob. Now, to the unlearned, 2/3 out there, they would believe that this has to always come in the form of the police pulling you out of your vehicle, stomping your guts and shooting you, tasing you, chopping your head off, or whatever case. Those are coming, okay? So fret not, those guillotines are going to be set up all around these FEMA camps, okay? Jacob's trouble is coming, and it's going to be at a level that we cannot even begin to comprehend, okay? And that's a whole different lesson in itself as to why we are going to be the target. But you look in the news right now, and I'm not going to get off topic, okay? What happened in New York, okay, in the subway? What happened in Sacramento last weekend? Guess what? Guess what the identity of those people are, okay? They are Jakes. Now, the spirit in me tells me that those are tears, okay? But it doesn't matter. That's the reason why we are labeled as black people, okay? So we know who our enemy is, which is Esau, and he has promised that he is going to slay us one way or the other. And this is one of the ways that he's going to do this, okay? But he's bringing it out as if he's helping the population. Here is the book of Psalms 17, verse 9. It says, from the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about, okay? And this is Israel. We're asking the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, okay, to protect us, okay, from our enemies that encompasses us. Why? Because we're one nation, but we have 17 other nations, okay, that are unifying together, okay, creating crafty counsel to come against Yasharallah. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. They have now come past us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. Like as a lion that is greedy for its prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret place. Arise, O Lord, Yahweh Shemi Shai, disappoint them, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Okay, now you listen to that part right there. The elder teachers and apostles and brothers from Great Millstone, and likewise brothers, have said it over and over. Esau works for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I repeat, Esau works for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. He is the sword here on this earth to render judgment against the wicked, including the tribe of Israel. Okay, you 2/3. Okay, so it's a man, Esau, the red man. Okay, that you proudly worship. okay, who's going to be rendering the judgment. He works for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. He's the devil that works for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, so they're right now crouching, ready to prey on Jake. Okay, this is the book of Proverbs 21, starting verse 12, and it says, "The righteous man wisely considereth the house of the wicked." That is what you have the watchman at the setup from Great Millstone all the way down to the brothers like myself who teach likewise doctrines. Okay, we are set up as watchmen. Okay, to consider the house of the wicked. We understand. Okay, as soon as you see that guy right there, BG, okay, is dealing with mosquitoes, okay, and he was also the one that was dealing with the previous mandate, okay, product, then you should know right off the bat that this mosquito thing is all pure wickedness, okay, pure wickedness. Now imagine a real pandemic started by these doggone mosquitoes, and they're spraying California first, all right, but it says, "But God overthroweth the wicked for their wickedness. Whoso stoppeth his ear at the cry of the poor." And who's the poor? The poor is Israel, Yasharala. You so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Latinos. Okay, we are the poor. Okay, he also shall cry himself, but should not be heard. Okay, so these are the nations that are here in America. Okay, that watch us fall, watch us get beat down, watch us get murdered, watch us in poverty, watch us laying on the side of the walk, watch us being trampled over by Esau day in, day out. Okay, they and have done nothing, have not heard our pleas, our cry, has shown no sympathy. Well, guess what? You're living here physically. You think these mosquitoes are going to determine who they're going to bite? No. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai controls all of it, including Esau. Again, I said before that Esau works for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So guess what? You're going to be impacted also too. You will cry. It said, "Whoso stoppeth his ear at the cry of the poor," you are the nations that are not pitying us, "he also shall cry himself, but shall not be heard." So you people are going to be crying. You see, Jake is used to being beat down, okay, humiliated. We've been through this. This is our 7th time. Okay, and that's the reason why our nation is so stubborn. Okay, because 2/3 of our people have become immune, basically, to the judgments of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in a way that they don't care. They'll just take their chances, and that's the reason why they don't hearken and listen to the prophets, teachers, and elders and brothers that have been sent on the highways and byways and here on the internet to awaken them and let them know, look, this man is a great danger, and we are in great danger. Jacob's trouble is coming, and this man is coming with a lot of different devices that he's going to use to render his vengeance, as he spoke about, in Genesis 27:41, when he said, "The days of mourning for my father are at hand, then I will slay my brother Jacob." And that is a promise Esau, the so-called white man, has made. And you better keep that in your doggone mind, okay? You better keep that in your mind, Jake. So, Lord willing, you were edified. I just thought I would bring this out here. I thought this was very interesting like that. This is something we need to keep our eyes open. I hope other brothers go there and they find other things and bring it out too. And warn the sheeps out there to stay vigilant. And also you 2/3 out there, okay? You better mind. You better mind what the prophets and elders, teachers, and brothers are saying to you, okay? Because our time is short right now, and your mirth is about to end real soon. Okay, so I'd like to close out by giving all glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to the teachers and elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Also to you brothers who did put on the truth faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep. And to you brothers and sisters that are tuning in, Shalom.